What's up, guys? Different video from the car projects, but working on the tractor today. So this thing needs a little bit of love, a little bit of a heavily modified B5200 series subcompact tractor. Works good. Extra piston for more hydraulic power. Way too much, lifts the whole thing up, but good enough for me. And I've bent those brackets probably 10 times already. So I wasn't the one who welded it and put these brackets on, let me clarify, but I probably should be the one to make it right. But I digress. We're just going to fix some basic things in the tractor to make sure it's running and driving again. I haven't had it for a couple of years now. It's been at my in-laws. So first thing we're going to do is swap the tractor seat for this $45 boat seat, because that needs to be swapped. Make a custom bracket for it, probably hit it on the CNC, throw some new threads, reuse the entire, suspension part of the original Kubota seat, call it a day. Then we need throttle and the choke, new cables there. And then I have an extra battery I got in a trade. This is really an RV battery, but we're gonna go ahead and put it up front too, just to have a little more cranking power, just in case you need to run anything else. So lots of small things, but let's get to it. Or I can just do that. Hope that fits. Amazon special. Let's wire that in. I realized that the radiator is right there, so a little bit of baling wire, call it a day. I'll call that good enough. Now let's crank around and let me show you the issues we're having with the choke and the throttle. All right, I know in the beginning of this video I definitely said throttle cable and choke. It's definitely the fuel shut off in the choke. My bad. Anyways, got these Amazon special, like 3-foot long throttle chokes, whatever you want to call them, like $8 a piece. They work pretty well. Shorten them up, plug them through the original brackets, call it a day. I still have to remove that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and shorten this guy up, hang it in place, remove the old ones, and then I'll show you what making the custom bracket's gonna look like. Gonna have to clean off the CNC for that. So anyways, let's go shorten this bad boy up. Okay, so working with this custom choke cable, it's not as hard as people think. You mark the total length with a Sharpie, and then you mark where you want the braided to end, where it's going to sit in the bracket itself. Total length is real easy. You just make a clean cut, and multiple ways you can do that, but a pair of dikes works perfectly fine. So let me move this out, and I will show you guys how you cut off just the outer sleeve. And almost like it's designed to do this, but if you go right in between the nubs on it, you can definitely see it pushing out just a little bit. So what you want to do is work the way around until you separate the bracket itself, and then there'll be one end of it that's still connected, and be nice and precise with holding a phone in your hand. But this is where you just make the one snip. All right, just like that, we have it fully separated, and you can pull it off, and there you go. Shortened choke cable. Obviously not a lot to it, so let's go get this thing reinstalled and talk about the bracket. Before we get there, I also ran out of the little cable pinch, bolts, whatever you want to call them, so went ahead and drilled my own. Should work fine. I'm gonna go get this installed and show you guys what it looks like, and then we'll finally get to building the brackets. All right, just like that, got the fuel shut off, choke, valve, lever, whatever you want to call it, in place. We're gonna go ahead and completely remove the old and get to building the new brackets. All right, so the one benefit about having an 8-foot plasma table, is you don't have to clear everything off if you just want to cut something small. So I've got the first nameplate completely designed out, sheet cam into G-tap, or into tap, into G-code, and ready to get this thing going. So I'm gonna turn on the air compressor, see if this plasma machine still cuts. It's been about 4 months since I moved. I moved this all myself and haven't tested it yet. So first test after moving, and it's still on casters, which I should probably fix. So anyways, let me turn this on and see if it still cuts right. All right, it's been a day of troubleshooting. Still working on fixing the plasma CNC. As you can see, we've got the control box completely off, and like always, don't mind the messy shop. It's just how I work. Nice little control board. Solder is broken on the USB. Pins are probably out. So we're gonna go ahead and label these connectors, take the board off, and get it resoldered. So should be quick. Got a good little view while working in here, so whatever. Let's get this board off. It's just 4 more screws, and go from there. All right. Under further investigation, I don't know if you can see it in there, but the pins are cracked on the bottom side, so we'll be waiting for a new USB-B port to come in the mail. Let's get this one soldered off, and when it comes in the mail later today, get the new one on, get it back installed, and hopefully have this thing fixed. All right, it's literally been 30 days. Brand new electronics component box. I also replaced the motion control board first, and ended up not working. Bought a whole new box. That probably wasn't the problem overall, but I'm happy with the new box regardless. Yeah. 4-gauge grounding rod, 25 feet, going into an 8-foot ground because I'm having some EMI issues, but nonetheless, we finally got it working again. So let's go ahead and finish this tractor a month later. Here's the cutout for where the actual throttle cables will go into, and this top part will get welded to the original tractor, and that's how that's going to work. The other thing we cut out was on the screen. It's a plate for the bottom of the boat seat. So the boat seat has this plastic ribbed, whatever you want to call it, base, and then there's 4 screw holes. Those are 5 1/4 spaced apart. Typical universal boat seat, pretty standard. I went ahead and cut out an 1/8 inch super overkill plate to go on the bottom of the seat, and let me show you where that's gonna go. Don't mind the mess as always, but as you can see, we've got another seat bracket down here, rusted out original Kubota seat. So we're gonna be taking those bolts off, taking that all the way out, and then we'll be just straight up welding those brackets to our new seat. And then if we ever want to remove it, we can remove the pins. I could have just plasma cut some bolt holes through it, but they didn't line up with where the plastic was ribbed. I just didn't want to lose that rigidity. So nonetheless, we are going to bring the welder out because we're going to need it anyways, and weld that 1/8 inch plate at the bottom of the seat, kind of tacked in place. And that's how we're going to swap the seat out to retain all the OEM function. And then the other plate will go right here. So we'll cut off these original, throttle holders, whatever you want to call them, mounts, and put that plate there, and we should be good to go. And I think we're also going to put a car receiver hitch on the top of the bucket. It's easier for chains, so gonna end up doing all of that. So let's get the welder pulled around and get ready to start cutting and zapping some stuff. Let's get everything pulled around and then start cutting, making this thing look pretty. Now I know normally I don't clean and prep things too much, but figured hit it with the wheel real quick. And same with the sides. And over here on the seats, we'll do those next. And that's where she'll weld into right there. So I'm gonna start welding. I don't know when I'm gonna record of this. There's no real good spot to put my phone, so I don't know. Maybe I'll show you when it's done. Maybe I'll show you during it. We'll both be surprised. See you in a bit. Well, it ain't much, but it's honest work. Yada, 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 whatever. I do like the way that boat seat works on the tractor there. You know, not quite a skag, but you know, it's matching that color scheme. So it's all good in the hood, but happy with that $55 boat seat for the tractor swap. And then where you got your chokes, that's where that looks welded in down there. This is welded on the bottom, that's welded up front, and then I welded a tip on the exhaust muffler there. So anyways, mini tractor, super subcompact, whatever you want to call it. Gonna rip up some trees now, and I'm happy with that. Sorry it took a month to get the plasma CNC fixed, but is what it is, right? So anyways, tractor's done. Let's go scat pack swap my 77 step side, because that's next on my list.